I'm told there are 4 times more Hackforters this year than last, so give yourselves a big hand for being here and for getting the word out to everybody else. Among you are about a dozen folks that took an invitation to visit from other places. If those folks, would you raise your hand? Thank you for coming as well. Give it up for them. And finally, out in the hall or around here are the sponsors of Tree Fort, one of the great festivals in the Northwest. Give it up for Tree Fort. That's why we're all here. We have made them the city's cultural ambassadors, and we couldn't be any more pleased with that. It came up a startup. Tree Fort is a startup, and that's what we love about it. Just some folks got together, let's have a festival. And then out of that came other efforts. There's a kid fort, there's a yoga fort, an ale fort, and Hackfort, what we see today. I'm hopeful there'll be a bourbon fort coming in the future, so look for that one. You know, what we're so excited about is to have, first of all, so many of you here. But this effort really aligns with what we're working on all across the city. In fact, when I was flying on Air Force One, which for those of you from out of town is a true story, the only name I'm going to drop in this setting today is President Barack Obama. I would love to take credit for planting the seed of his talking about Hackfort in his speech, but I can't. His folks were looking what to say and found Hackfort and found how well it aligned with the values of the administration, how well it fit into Boise, and shouted it out in the president's remarks when he came a few months ago. That's how important it is. That's how much this effort has gotten out there and gotten across. In fact, this year what we're going to do with open source data from our Parks Department and our Department of Arts and History, we would like you to design an app for the citizens of Boise, and the winner gets comped into Tree Fort next year. So we'd like you to help us out. More of the kind of things that we want to see, easier access for our citizens. So there's a very practical part of what we're doing here today, and we couldn't be any more excited. One other thing I want to mention is an effort we're calling the Trailhead. What's been missing from our startup ecosystem in the city of Boise is the very beginning. Well, 2 things really. When you first got an idea and you're starting to work on it, where do you go for assistance? Where do you go for mentors? Where do you go for legal and financial and all those kinds of help? Trailhead is going to be that. It's right on the corner of 8th and Myrtle, right in the center of town. We'll be opening officially in just a couple months. But it's also kind of the center of the spoke of what's going on in Boise. There you'll find information on other efforts, information on venture capitalists and venture capital firms. It's really where everyone can go for any kind of help you need on your startups, and that's why we're so excited. This fits so well with the start of Trailhead. So you're going to find, I think, everything you need here. Those of you from out of town, this is the time to come to Boise. There's more going on and more excitement than any time that I've been here. I lived here my whole life. I've been the mayor 11 years. This is the most exciting time that I think any of us have seen. So here's to all of you. Have a great time at Hackfort. If you should have too much fun at Tree Fort, knowing the mayor will not help you. With the city's police department, just a warning about that. True story, 2 people got in a fight and both claimed to be my best friend. It didn't help them and it won't help you, but other than that, have a great time at Hackfort and enjoy all that Tree Fort is. For those of you from out of town, come back and stay. Those of you here, this is a great, great turnout. And here's to many more great years from Hackfort. Thank you very much. John Michael, back to you.
So as the mayor said, and I second, this is quite an exceptional